Ayurveda and Yoga Wisdom by Christie Smirl. In this section, we're going to discuss Prakriti. Prakriti is a term that describes a person's Ayurvedic baseline constitution. The Prakriti of a person reflects what dosha has more dominant influence on structure, physiology, and mind. A person's Prakriti remains constant throughout life and is reflected in a person's physical and mental attributes. Each person has one or two dominant doshas with lesser characteristics of the others. All three doshas are required for life, and each person has a unique distribution and unique tendencies. A person can identify according to their baseline constitution or dominant qualities. For example, someone may say, I have a vata prakriti, or I have a pitta prakriti. Often there is a second dosha that manifests as secondarily dominant, so it's commonly to identify one's baseline nature as vata-pitta, or pitta-kapha, or kapha-vata, and so on. A person's prakriti doesn't change, but the prevalence and balance of doshas can change with life stages, seasons, times of day, nutrition, and lifestyle. For example, if a person has a more pitta-dominant prakriti, they will often tend to become pitta imbalanced, especially at high noon or midsummer or during their late teens. A kapha-dominant person may tend to struggle with kapha accumulation, especially in cold winter when they want to hibernate or eating big feasts. Vata-dominant prakritis will have more challenges with balancing vata, especially in later adulthood, cold climates, or chilly, dry weather. The goal in Ayurveda is to achieve equilibrium between all three doshas in respect to one's natural baseline prakriti. A person's prakriti never changes, but there are shifts and balances that need to be accommodated according to food, emotion, season, schedule, rest sleep cycle, and current life phase. This section of the workbook will provide guidelines for deeper understanding of how Ayurveda works with health homeostasis. In this section, I will go over each of the doshas, vata, pitta, and kapha. For each column, mark down or keep track of each response that you have if it applies to you. And then at the end, you can add it up and determine if your prakriti is more vata, pitta, or kapha. First, we will begin with the vata column. Mark any of these if these are your normal, natural characteristics and tendencies. Skin: dry, dark, thin, uneven complexion, cool skin tones, or skin cool to touch. Natural body build in vata is tall, lean, petite, or narrow-framed. The immune system is a little bit more weak. Strength is less strong. Memory is quick to learn, but also quick to forget. Head and facial features are often smaller, more petite. Joints are often more prominent or bony. The sweat production is more scant and light. Hair tends to be more thin and dry. Nails tend to be more thin and brittle. Eyes are smaller, darker brown, maybe black, gray, or dull with irregularities or discolorations. Vata-type teeth are naturally more small, maybe crooked or underdeveloped and irregular. A Vata voice is softer or raspy, maybe shrill. Vata speech is quicker or quieter. Vata types prefer a climate that is sunny, warm, or humid. Vata Prakriti type people enjoy dance, travel, parks, art, plays, games, comedy, and theater. Natural Vata qualities are quick, far-reaching, inspiring, artistic, creative, healing, spontaneous, and sometimes hasty. Add up how many Vata points you got. And next, let's look at Pitta. Keep track of how many Pitta points you get. Pitta skin has more freckles, moles. They tend to be a little bit moist-skinned, a little clammy. Their complexion is more rosy and warm, with warm tones, and their skin is warm to touch. Pitta Prakritis have a moderate athletic build. Their immune system is moderately strong. Pitta strength is medium. Pitta memory is medium, but also quick. Pitta head and facial features are usually more medium in size and angular. Pitta joints are moderate in size. People with a Pitta Prakriti, they have more moderate sweat, more moderate odor. Pitta hair is more fine and oily. Pitta nails are soft and flexible. Pitta eyes are moderate in size, sometimes more green or hazel, amber. The whites of their eyes might be a little more red or light sensitive. Pitta type teeth are often more yellow, sensitive with soft enamel or sensitive gums. People with a Pitta Prakriti often have a firmer, louder voice, and their speech is more direct and commanding. Pitta-type people prefer cooler, drier water and often prefer being near water. They love to enjoy sports, competitions, politics, hunting. Their natural qualities tend to be more intense, leadership-oriented, competitive, protective, decisive, maybe impulsive, calculative, and sometimes perfectionistic. Add up how many Pitta qualities that resonate with you naturally. And next, let's look at what are the different qualities of somebody with a Kapha Prakriti. Kapha features: the skin is smooth and supple, thicker, plush, even and clear complexion with even, cool skin tones. Their skin is often a little more cool to touch. Their body build is usually larger, heavier, broader, thicker. Their immune system is very strong. Their physical strength is the strongest. Their memory, they're slower to learn, but very firm, long, and strong memory recall. Kapha head features tend to be larger with broad features. Kapha joints are largest. Kapha body types don't sweat very much and don't smell very much. Their hair is often full and thick and luxurious. Their nails are thick and strong and hard. Kapha eyes are often larger in size, wide set, very clear and bright and loving. Kapha teeth are large, white, strong, with a wide jaw set. Kapha voices are deep and resonant. Their speech is slower and loving. Kapha Prakriti type people love warm, calm, luxurious environments, and they love business, family, the fineries and luxuries of life. A person with a Kapha dominant Prakriti, they are more patient and calm, supportive and nurturing, forgiving, graceful. They have a stronger faith, and they tend to be the most long-term and stable. So based on these features, you should be able to easily determine whether you are mostly vata prakriti, pitta prakriti, or kapha prakriti, or a combination thereof.